people?
So if you haven't had a diagnosis, if you find yourself getting up and going to the loo, often more frequently at night, you notice a bit more then. Or if you find that you've got an unquenchable thirst and you're constantly drinking and drinking and drinking, they're signs of having too high a blood sugar. If your sight has changed a little bit recently, you've gone to the optician and your whole prescription has changed significantly, what happens is we end up with having a bit of sugar that's from our blood that goes into the clear liquid that goes in front of our eyes, and that can affect our vision as a short-term problem. We can sometimes get signs of genital itching because obviously we're going to the loo that much more, so obviously it's somewhere that bacteria like to sit. We've got lots of sugar in our blood, we're peeing a lot more, so that regularly comes through as well. Another sign would be slow healing wounds, and it tends to show initially in the lower limbs. So if you've cut yourself and it's taken a long time to heal up or is prone to infections, that can certainly be an indication. Particularly for manual workers, if they're used to sort of knocking themselves around a bit and their hands just clear up and then suddenly they're not doing that anymore, another sign of high blood sugars.
No, it's okay. My grandmother developed type 2 diabetes towards the end of her life, and she had problems with her circulation, which meant that 2 of her toes had to be cut off. And she learnt how to manage her diabetes, but because of that I want to know more about diabetes because I don't want to develop that. And it's quite sad seeing someone with that and what they've had to go through.
And what would you say the risk factors are of diabetes?
So if anybody over the age of 40 in the UK is usually tested for, who's Caucasian, would be tested for diabetes as a standard practice now. So often when people relocate or they hit their special birthdays and they have a well man or a well woman test, this would be incorporated. So just age in its own right, as the pancreas gets older, it's another organ that may well start to fail us. The media like to jump on the excess weight. Carrying excess weight for a length of time, which due to inactivity and poor diet, they're the biggest risk factors that we like to address. So at the time of diagnosis we would often ask people to think about whether they could change their diet in any way or increase their activity.
It's like Michael, he's lost half his foot underneath, he's had it all grind down, the bones grind down from his foot underneath, lost the side of his foot, lost 2 of his toes. When he went in, first time, they went like that to his toe, it just came off.
How would you recommend us to go and find some more information on diabetes?
We would ask everyone to go to the Diabetes UK website, and that has all the up-to-date information, very accessible. You can put your own questions in there and it will direct you to the right area.